So here I am with Mr. Luke Hollwedel, religious studies teacher and also mentor of the Pope Francis Chess Club. Tell me, Mr. Hollwedel, what would you say really makes this a Catholic school?
Well, it's the mission of the school altogether. It affects daily activities from administrative decisions to not just what courses we offer, but how things are run day to day. And the way this works for a Catholic school is that the fundamental Catholic idea about other people is that they all deserve a huge amount of respect because of their innate dignity, which means every action taken at the school as an institution requires and expects a huge respect for one another. And compared to other schools I've been in, there is a deep respect, not just between students. They tend to be friendly, greet one another in a way they might not otherwise, but between faculty and students, and you guys don't see it, but among faculty, that there's this understanding these people deserve the best I can give them. That's why a lot of your teachers are here after school later than they need to be, not necessarily being paid extra, because they're here because they care about you. You can't necessarily do that at a broad public school or a non-mission-based school the way you can somewhere where the whole thing is imbued with faith.
All right. And what do you like about the new facility, the new campus?
Oh, what don't I like? This place is gorgeous. The best part to me is this space here, the Learning Commons, because it means I have a place where you guys socialize, where I can socialize with colleagues, with you, that gives me a space that isn't strictly classroom, strictly student-teacher, so we can have a little more social time like I get to do in chess club. It gives you guys a chance to see your teachers as humans rather than walking grading machines, and it gives me a chance to get to know what goes on with you guys outside the classroom. That affects what goes on in there as well.
All right. Now, what would you say is so good about our new technology?
Ooh, well, if nothing else, I like the fact that it greatly reduces, or can reduce, our environmental impact. We don't use much paper in my class, and by the end of the year we won't need to. It's a lot of strain off me not carrying a briefcase full of hundreds of pages of things to each class, but also I like the idea that you guys can do your work anywhere, anytime, doesn't take special equipment. Your entire academic equipment fits, could fit in a purse or in a side bag, right? Mm-hmm. Which means take it with you, do it at home, do it here, you have the same resources. I like you guys not carrying 50-pound textbooks and bags everywhere and straining yourselves. And I like that you can do your work at home even if you're homesick so you can stay up to date.
All right. And finally, what would you say is the high point of the spiritual life here at Pope Francis Preparatory School?
The chapel. Always and forever. It has to be. If we are serious that Jesus is physically present in the Eucharist, then he has his own room in this building, the same way an administrator has their office and I have the classroom I'm in, which means there is always a designated space where you can go and speak to Jesus who speaks in the silence and listen and have your faith nourished in that peaceful place that you don't necessarily get anywhere else.
All right. Thanks. This was Mr. Hollwedel from Pope Francis Preparatory High School.